Hello, everybody. It is prom night for me. I have a really hot date that I am taking out later. If you stay till the very end, you'll get to see my beautiful date that I am taking out. But today, I wanted to talk about something that I've actually been getting a lot of feedback on. A lot of my friends are like texting me, calling me, asking me all sorts of different questions because interest rates are super low right now, right? Everywhere you look, internet's going to say, sorry, I got to straighten my tie. It's bothering me. Everywhere you look, interest rates are really low. Everyone's talking about now's the perfect time to buy. Now's the perfect time to refinance. But here's what happens. You see this really low interest rate online, and then when you actually call a mortgage banker, you call a loan officer, the interest rate that he quotes you is higher than that. See, a few months ago, I had a friend in South Carolina. He gave me a call. They were buying a house. He was using another lender. It's okay. I'm sincerely not mad at him. Good friend. He had a couple friends that were lenders, so he used somebody else. But they were mostly done with the process, and he called me. He's like, hey, John, everyone's saying interest rates are really low, but the rate that he has just quoted me, everyone says interest rates are right here. The rate that he quoted me is up here. Is he ripping me off? This is a very common story. The answer might be simple or it might not be, all right? So what is going on? Well, one of two things is occurring. A, you are getting ripped off, in which case you need to call me, hashtag Dean of Mortgages. I would love to see if I can help you save some money buying a home or refinancing a home. Or number two, which is probably more likely if you're working with good lenders, the second thing that's happening is you're not getting ripped off. You've just bought into a little bit of fake news, or maybe not fake news, but shady news is what I would like to call it. All right. If you type into Google, like, what are interest rates right now, you'll see that rates are lower than they've been in quite some time. All right. But the rate that you're actually going to see is probably artificially low. It's probably not going to be as low as what you see. Here, what you might not explain is this. You can basically get whatever interest rate you want, right? Not a lot of lenders tell you this, but you can basically get whatever interest rate you want. It all depends on how much you want to pay for that interest rate. If you want a really, really low interest rate, you can pay extra money in closing costs to get that low interest rate. If you don't want to have any closing costs at all, you can actually get money from the lender to take a higher interest rate, all right? And sometimes both sides might be a good idea. I've helped friends buy the interest rate down to save them a lot of money over the course of their loan. I've even given friends higher interest rates to help them cover some closing costs because they're not even going to be in the home that long. All right, so let's go back to the internet rates. Oftentimes, the rate that lenders are quoting on these websites already have discount points baked into them. All right, a discount point is a percentage of the loan that you can pay in closing costs to lower your interest rate. All right. Let me read from the page of a lender that I'm sure you would all know if I mention them. All right. They love Rockets. They like the Cleveland Cavs. You know exactly who I'm talking about, right? They're currently quoting a rate on their main website that seems quite low. However, if you scroll down to the bottom of the page in the fine print, here's what it says about that interest rate that they are quoting. All right. This is the interest rate on a $200,000 loan with 75% loan to value and 2 points due at closing. All right, now two things to notice there, okay? First of all, 75% loan to value. You have to put 25% down on this house in order to get this interest rate. If you don't put 25% down, if you're putting 10%, 5%, 3.5%, 3% down, guess what? Your interest rate's not gonna be anywhere close to that. Secondly, they're already putting 2 points into that loan, into that interest rate, all right? So on a $200,000 loan, 2 points is 2% of that loan. That's an extra $4,000 in closing costs. Now, again, it might very well be worth it to put down $4,000 in closing costs right now in order to lower your interest rate, who knows, 50, 75, $100 a month or more, because over the course of 5, 10, 15 years, you get that money back and then some, all right? But here's the point. You're not getting that rate for free. And if you want to get a rate for free, your rate is going to be much higher than what that company is currently quoting. Are you getting ripped off if you get a higher rate than what that company is currently quoting? No. You might feel like you are, but that's only because of the way that these lenders advertise, all right? again, they're not being dishonest. They're telling you, well, some of them are. Some of them don't put up front that they're putting points into the loan, right? But this lender's not being dishonest. They're telling you up front, hey, you're paying an extra $4,000 and you have to put 25% down to get this really, really ridiculous interest rate. And if you don't, your interest rate's going to be much higher. All right. So one thing that I like to do as a loan officer, and not everyone does this, but this is just like my policy. I don't tell people what their rate is going to be if they pay extra points. I give people their par interest rate. Hey, this is what your interest rate's going to be at no cost. All right. Now, let's talk about whether or not we want to buy your interest rate down. It might actually be a good idea to do that. But I think it's kind of, again, it's not necessarily dishonest, but I think it's a little bit shady to advertise this really low interest rate that may never even be close to the interest rate that somebody's getting, just to kind of get them in the door. All right, now like I told you, I have a hot date that I have to go on. I am actually going to a prom tonight. As you can see, I am all dressed up in my, this is actually the tuxedo I had when I got married. Hey, Anna, can you bring my hot date in? I'm so excited for you guys to see my hot date. She looks beautiful. She is dressed in black tie apparel as well. And here she comes. All right, you guys. You're going to die. This is just so wonderful. Aww. This is my beautiful date for tonight. Say hello, Ava. Say hi, Ava. Are you excited to go on a date with me tonight? Are you excited to go out in the town? We're going out on Lake Erie tonight. Going to have some great time with some friends. And do a little bit of dancing, right? Get the groove on. Hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all enjoyed learning about interest rates. How much is that interest rate in the window? It's probably lower right now than it was a year ago, but it may not be quite as low as it seems from first glance. All right, thank you so much. This is Jonathan Washburn, hashtag the Dean of Mortgages. School is out.